Anime can tell fantastic stories in ways that Western audiences have never before seen. Of course, it can also tell stories that leave us completely baffled and unsure of what we've just seen. Because of cultural differences, anime often has scenes so shocking that we're left struggling to understand what just happened on our television. Here are our 10 picks of the most disturbing, insane anime scenes ever. Akira, Tetsuo's transformation. Akira is one of the most iconic anime films of all time. If you consider yourself a fan of anime, you've likely already seen it. If not, go watch it now. But be prepared. It tells the story of two best friends and how power corrupts. Tetsuo rapidly develops psychic power and goes mad in his search for ways to control it. One of the final scenes of the movie is when the power consumes him and Tetsuo transforms into an enormous monster. The agony of the character and the unexpectedness of the scene itself leaves most viewers watching with mouths agape. Madoka Magica, Mommy's Death. If anyone ever tells you Madoka Magica is a fun, cute anime, they're lying to you. It starts off that way. The heroines become magical girls and relish in the potential of their new powers before they meet an upper class named Mami Tomoe. Viewers have just enough time to become attached to Mami before she is brutally murdered by the very monsters the characters are supposed to fight. And the show only gets darker from there. The sudden change from the cute-natured anime to Mommy's death makes Madoka Magica one of the most shocking anime we've ever seen. Attack on Titan, Eren gets eaten. From the first episode, Attack on Titan sets up an intense atmosphere. Even the opening theme song pumps the viewer up and prepares them for an adventure that is a violent fight for survival. Even with all this preparation, no one expects the main character to get eaten though. Eren heroically saves Armin from the Titan, despite having lost a leg in the fight already. But when the Titan's teeth clamp down on him, most viewers have the same reaction, a shout of complete disbelief. Of course, Eren does come back later, more powerful than ever before. Full Metal Alchemist, Edward's failed transmutation. The pivotal moment of all of Full Metal Alchemist is the death of Edward's mother and his attempt to resurrect her. Of course, human transmutation is forbidden. Because of equivalent exchange, no trade can be made that equals death. In his failed attempt, Ed loses both his arm and his leg, as well as his brother's entire body. Only quick thinking enabled him to bind Alphonse's soul to a suit of armor. The rest of the series was spent trying to find a way for the two to recover their bodies. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Mustang's Assault of Envy. Full Metal Alchemist is full of disturbing scenes, but this is one that is almost justified. As Mustang battles Envy for the final time, his anger manifests itself through his flame alchemy, enabling him to dish out a truly brutal beating to the homunculus. The beating is so relentless that it borders on torturous, prompting Mustang's allies to urge him to slow down. In our opinion, Envy deserved it, and it's hard to pinpoint a more vicious beatdown in anime. Clannad, Afterstory, Ushio's death. Both Clannad and Clannad Afterstory are touching slice-of-life anime that almost anyone can enjoy. They're also heartbreaking, and nothing illustrates that more than Afterstory. After Nagisa's death during childbirth, Tomoya struggles with depression and his need to take care of his daughter. When he finally rises to meet the challenge and sees his late wife in his daughter's face, Tomoya feels a sense of redemption, only for Ushio to fall ill and die in his arms as he attempted to rush her to the hospital. Shakespeare could take lessons in tragedy from this anime. Helsing Ultimate, the Ceres scene. Helsing is ultra-violent, ultra-gory, and ultra-awesome, most of the time. There are a few scenes that even die-hard Helsing fans have to ask themselves about, and forcing Ceres to relive her parents' murder and the subsequent rape of her mother is one of them. The child Ceres ran from her hiding place and stabbed one of the attackers in the eye with a fork, only for the man to shoot her and leave her lying bleeding on the ground as he had his way with her mother. It's a scene that's definitely not for the faint of heart. Elfen Lied, Lucy's puppy. Dog lovers beware. This next scene is hard to watch. Lucy is the main character of Elfen Lied, and her behavior hints at a troubled upbringing. The series touches on the torments she suffered at the hands of other children, but luckily, Lucy was able to befriend a puppy that she cared for and raised. The animal became her best friend and confidant. When her bullies found out about the puppy, they take it and kill it with a vase, leading to Lucy losing control of her power and slaughtering all of the children. Anyone who's strongly affected by the death of animals in films will want to avoid this scene. Full Metal Alchemist, Nina's Chimera. If you ask any fan what the worst scene in all of Full Metal Alchemist is, they will unanimously answer Nina. Nina Tucker is a young girl Ed and Al befriended. Her father was a scientist and alchemist obsessed with studying the ways of human transmutation. In an attempt to combine life, Nina's father transmuted her into a chimera. The full emotional impact of the scene comes when Ed begins to fight Nina's father, only for her to intervene and beg for her father's life, even though she is stuck in the form of a monster. End of Evangelion, masturbation scene. Anyone who's seen End of Evangelion knows exactly the scene we're talking about. Shinji finds Asuka unconscious with her top open and proceeds to pleasure himself. But what bothers us most about the scene is that it's utterly pointless. It doesn't contribute anything to the rest of the film. But as anyone who's seen End of Evangelion knows, it's an endless string of nonsense. It's hard to figure out what any part of the movie means. So how's that? Feel the need to go and hug yourself in the shower yet? Anime can be disturbing, but it can also be awesome. If it helps, remember that most of the time, the shocking scenes are used to drive home a particular point of emphasis. If you think of a disturbing scene that we didn't include, leave a comment and let us know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and check out the rest of our channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CBR for cool vids about movies, action heroes, gaming, comics, and way more.